We got 49 days left until 2025, right? I challenge you to lock in. Lock in with yourself. Cut off everybody and lock in. Isolate yourself from the world. Just like Jesus isolated himself and went to the mountains for 40 days and 40 nights. And when he came back, he was glowing, he was radiating, he was full of power. He went up to the mountains for a reason. He went and isolated himself. He went and spent time with himself. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things will be given to you. Jesus went to the mountains for 40 days and 40 nights, and he isolated himself from society. He took himself out of the world. And when he came back, he was full of power. He was glowing. He went up into the mountains and meditated. He spent 40 days and 40 nights by himself, seeking the kingdom of heaven, which is within you. So I challenge you to take these 49 days and to isolate yourself. Lock in. Stop smoking. Stop drinking. Stop watching TV. Stop listening to music. Stop going out with your friends. Stop partying. Get off the internet. And focus on yourself. Take one book and read that book over and over and over again until you get the knowledge from the book. People think like if you read the book one time, they got the information. No, you got to keep reading the book. Repetition is the path to progression. People say knowledge is power. I like to say apply knowledge is power. So don't just read the book one time and think you understand what the book is talking about. I don't care if you gotta read the same page 20 times until you understand what that page is talking about. Solomon said, "In all thy getting, get understanding." In all thy getting, get understanding. When you read this, whatever book you read, make sure you understand what the page is talking about. Like, take these last 49 days and lock in on yourself. If you work at a 9 to 5, your success comes in with the time. After when you get off of work, that's when your success starts. So let's say you work from 9 to 6. What you do from 7 to 12 determines your success. If you spend 4 hours a day for 49 days learning one new skill, at the end of that 49 days, you're going to pass so many people. Because you're learning one new skill and other people is just like they all over the place. You're going to surpass so many people. So in the next 49 days, lock in, learn one new skill. I don't care if you want to start a clothing brand, if you want to learn digital marketing, if you want to design and create sneakers. I don't care what idea you have. Lock in and learn everything about what you want to do in these last 49 days. Because you're only one idea away from changing everything. You're one idea away from changing everything. So don't take these last 49 days for granted. You can't expect to grow in 2025 if you're going into 2025 doing the same thing you was doing in 2024. You're not going to grow. It's time to break that cycle, break that way of thinking. You understand what I'm saying? So I challenge you, like I said, man, these next 49 days, get you one book, get you a journal, get off of social media, stop partying, stop drinking, stop smoking, stop going out with your friends, and lock yourself in your room. If you go to work, come home and go in your room and just focus and just meditate. Empty your mind. Our mind is the supercomputer, and your self-talk is the program your mind is running off of. You have to unmind the mind. We have to stop filling our mind up with useless information and start filling our mind up with information that's useful. You understand what I'm saying? So these next 49 days, focus on yourself. Empty your mind, unprogram your mind, and reprogram your mind. Start filling your mind up with information that you want to see happening inside your world. You know what I'm saying? Because like we in the age of technology. Technology and communication is at an all-time high. There's never been a time like this where we have the technology and the communication that we have. We could take this phone, we could take these phones right here and speak to 8 billion people across the world. It's never been a time like that in history. Never. There's never been a time in history where we got the comfort and convenience that we have now. But it's like we're more miserable than the people before us. They had less than we had, but they was happier. We got all this and we're still miserable. So like I said, like take these next 49 days and lock in with yourself. You only need one idea. One idea. These social media apps that we're using are free. And you can post as many times as you want. You need one idea, one yes, one handshake, one video to take off, and your life will change forever. But if you don't put yourself out there, you will never know what you're capable of. You are an intelligent being. You're a genius. I believe every human being walking this earth is a genius. But they're so outer directed, they have no inner perception, they don't know who they are. And they've been programmed and conditioned to think less of themselves instead of thinking highly of themselves. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. A man would be made or unmade by himself. A man is the sum total of his thoughts. Nothing stands against repeated effort. Bare feet wear a cobblestone away, and the soft morning dew repeated over years will dissolve iron. Anything the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can be achieved. You just got to know it, you got to accept it, you got to believe in it, and you got to have faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Faith is loyalty to the unseen reality. You got to walk by faith and not by sight. You got to walk by faith for your idea and not by sight of the world. Because there's going to be people in this world telling you you can't do it. But you can do it. You just got to have faith and you got to take action. I like to say we live in a dream world full of thoughts and ideas. I like to say we live in a universe full of thoughts and ideas. Everything we see and use today first started as a thought. This microphone started as a thought. This phone started as a thought. This camera started as a thought. This t-shirt started as a thought. This journal started as a thought. This bottle of water started as a thought. This rubber band started as a thought. Everything I just named is somebody's product or service. I like to say we live in the mind of man. Because everything we see and use today first was created in somebody's mind. You create things twice. You create it first in the mind and then first in reality. You got to understand who you are. You got the most powerfulest mechanism on this planet, and that is your mind. The mind created everything we see and use today. So it's time to start using your mind. I read something where they said, the mouth of God is the mind of man. And that was deep. The same power Einstein used, Plato, Emerson, Tesla, Nikola Tesla, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, the same power they use, we use. Their intelligence was just working for them, and our intelligence is working against us. The same mind that's in the White House is the same mind we have in our mind. But our mind is just rearranged different. They think different. And you could rearrange your mind any way you want to rearrange your mind. You understand what I'm saying? So now it's time to have our intelligence working for us and not against us. See, we program to the music. We program to TV. We program to the internet. Our mind is like society's garbage bin. Our thoughts that we have in our mind is not even our thoughts. They're somebody else's thoughts. We thinking we live in our life, but we live in somebody else's life. We live in somebody else's thoughts and ideas. From the moment we came out of our mother's womb, people been teaching us shit and it's not truth. People been putting shit into our minds and we just accept it without even analyzing it. The thoughts that's in our mind are not even our thoughts. They're somebody else's thoughts. The government thoughts, the school system thoughts, social media thoughts, the rap music thoughts, your friends and society thoughts, your parents' thoughts. None of these thoughts are yours. So you're not even living your real life. You're living somebody else's thoughts and ideas. And make it so bad, you don't even know who set your mind in motion. You thinking you living your life, but you living somebody else's thoughts and ideas. Have you ever paid attention to your thought process? And your thoughts always shifting from left to right, right to left. And you can't stay focused on one thought. You can't stay focused on one thought. Because you lost control over your mind. You got mental diarrhea. Your thoughts is all over the place. You can't stay focused on one thought. Because you gave your power away. You gave all your power away. Imagine if you could stay focused on one thought. Imagine if you could stay focused on one feeling, one emotion. What would your life be like? How would you create your life? So I challenge you, man, these next 49 days to unmind your mind. Stop filling your mind up with useless information and start filling your mind up with information that's useful. You gotta unprogram your mind and reprogram your mind for the success you want. Stop worrying about other people's opinions and suggestions or what they think about you. The most precious thing that a man or woman has is his or her own individuality. And for one instance to allow an outside or external force to come into this individuality and to control this individuality is a crime against your real self. What's controlling people? The government, social media, rap music, the TV, society. I want us to take these last 49 days and to focus on ourselves. My dog is going crazy in the background, but I didn't want this video to be too long, man. I just hopped on here to challenge you, man. These next 49 days, focus on yourself. Focus on yourself, man. Let's go into 2025, creating new businesses and getting new money. God didn't put you on this earth for you to be working for another man. That's what he gave you your own mind for. You should be creating your own ideas and dreams. You shouldn't be slaving for nobody. It seems like we got trust in other people to give us a check than we got trust in ourselves. We got more faith in other people in these big companies giving us a check, slaving, while they off on a yacht somewhere. They paying us less than what we're worth. They're using our mind to run their business. Why can't you use your own mind to run your own business? They literally paying us less than what we're worth. And they're using our mind power to run their business while they sit back and reap all the rewards, while we get the short end of the stick. If you don't control your mind, you can't control anything. If you don't run your own subconscious mind, somebody will run it for you. So, these last 49 days, let's lock in. If you found this video helpful, useful, please like, comment, share, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm all about mental science and learning about my mind, because nobody never taught us about our minds. To this day, nobody never taught you about your mind. Like I said, we just allow other people to put shit into our minds, and we accept it as truth. We don't know nothing about the perception, the will, the imagination, memory. We don't know nothing about our mind. We don't know nothing about the conscious mind and subconscious mind. We don't know none of these things about our own mind. And that's because we never sat down to read the user's manual. We just on autopilot. We've been on autopilot since we was born. You understand what I'm saying? So now, man, it's time to take our power back. It's time to take our power back.